It's hard to get a grasp on exactly what's happening in the last few minutes, but from what I can tell, it's still a very tense situation. I've seen pictures of protesters clashing with police, police uniforms being ripped off, helmets being ripped off, but the police hitting back, firing what looks like tear gas to me, although we're having quite a lot of pictures breaking up. Also, the protesters moving again at police, and we saw earlier thousands of protesters try to storm into the Parliament building. They got right into the territory of the Parliament, but the riot police managed to push them out of the inside of the building, get them outside the gates, where thousands have remained for hours. And there has just been this anger building all day, protesters chanting anti-Russian chants, anti-President Putin chants, and they are just furious. So the situation very much tense. At first it seemed like it wasn't a violent protest, but in the last few minutes it's harder to tell.
And what's caused this sudden eruption of anger over there in Georgia?
Well, the specific incident was the arrival of a Russian politician in the Georgian parliament. So this was part of a forum on Orthodox Christianity where different politicians can visit and talk about the issues. But I think the sight of a Russian MP talking in Russian in the speaker's chair in the Georgian parliament was simply too much for many Georgians, who you will of course know still harbour a lot of resentment against Russia because of the 2008 war. Russia still, according to them, occupies 20% of the country after two breakaway regions in Georgia declared independence. But many Georgians are still furious with Russia. And I think when they saw these pictures of a Russian politician in their parliament making a speech, it was just too much. And they flocked towards parliament. Opposition MPs went in and made their own speech and have demanded the resignation of the interior minister. And I think that anger has just built. So that was the specific incident, but it just tapped into this enormous resentment, as I say, that's been there for years, since 2008. And the current government says it's trying to take a firm position against Russia. It says that it is an illegal occupation of Georgian land, but they are now dealing with a crisis because these protesters are protesting against the Georgian government as well, in the way they've dealt with the visit of this Russian MP.